Hello, welcome to Corner Fine Art. Today I'm going to give you a drawing lesson in colored pencil using different kinds of paper. So I've drawn this apple and the colors that I've used are on the right, and I'll be drawing the same apple on this tan toned paper just to show you how color can change depending on the kind of paper that is used to draw on. So I'm going to start sketching the apple. So one of the things that is important when you're working on drawing with color pencil is to have an accurate sketch or drawing of what you want the subject to be. So I'm very lightly drawing pencil sketch of the apple. And another thing that I'm going to do in this sketch is I'm going to mark some areas of different tonality, as you will see here shortly, and also just showing you the color pencils that I'm going to be using in addition to the colorless blender, and a pencil sharpener always comes in handy. So here, as I told you, I'm marking some areas of different tones. For example, these are the shadows, where the darkest tones are going to be on this drawing. And I want some lines to go with the shape of the apple and the direction that is going to give that illusion of roundness and 3-dimension. And then I'm also going to have a highlight here, so I want to make sure that I mark some highlights as well. Okay, and very shortly I'm going to start a time lapse showing you just the coloring and layering process of each of the colors on this drawing. So when you're coloring, it's really, important to keep in mind the pressure that you put on the color pencil is significant, and also the amount of layers that you put on it as well. So I started with the lighter colors first, and then moved on to the darker tones and then the middle tones. So setting up, some of that ultramarine blue, and then some of the red on top for the shadows, and some of the pink and oranges for highlights. And I also used a little bit of white on this drawing just because the paper wasn't white, but I really wanted those crisp highlights on the apple to show a little bit of texture on the skin as well. And here I am using the colorless blender to blend the pigment of the colored pencils together so that there isn't a lot of rough texture on it. I want it to look a little bit more smooth. So I'm just going over it with that and blending in some of the light color with the highlights as well. So varying the tones, from one side to the other really gives the illusion of the roundness and 3-dimensional effect. And here is the apple that I drew on the white paper. So you can really see, let me show you from a little farther away, just side by side, the difference between the two apples. You can see that the apple on the white paper, it's really much brighter. Thank you for watching. I hope that you come back and subscribe to my channel and visit my website, coronafineart.com.